Are we back, translators? Yes, okay, so we move. So we have these 5 networks in different continents, plus we have a network in Rome. We had 2 meetings last year and 1 meeting with the JPIC. I mean, we have identified coordinators for each continent. And, oh, I forgot to add that. Somebody had asked. Yeah, I will put who are the coordinators of each continent. Okay, I forgot to put it. And we have 1 coordinator sitting here, or Adeline. Asia. She's one of the coordinators of Asia continent. Yes. So we have identified coordinators, and we are working on, and we have established WhatsApp groups. I think in Asia is already functioning. Americas, they said they prefer email, so and other continents we will see. We are going to have a meeting soon. Then I said about action plan presentation. Okay, just now I explained to you about the template. So we will have on 25th March, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. action plans presentation, preparation presentation. Okay, and then we will have on 30th April. Yeah. Yeah, we will, if there is any change, we will let you know, finalized, okay? This is tentative. Then we have JPIC continental meeting of the coordinators on 27th February, the next week. Then we have Way of the Cross for those who are in Rome, JPIC Way of the Cross on 20th March at the Garden of the Sisters, Daughters of the Heart of Mary. Then we will have webinar on COP30 and beyond, towards COP31, okay? That is on 18th March. Then JPIC promoters in Rome meeting on 9th April. Those who are in Rome, kindly block your dates. On 18th March, we will have probably here, in-person gathering of JPIC promoters. 9th April. Then there will be a webinar on Sustainable Agricultural Working Group meeting. Okay, it's not a webinar, meeting, right? On 20th April, yeah. Then we will have Laudato Si week. We usually have a webinar, so that is on 29th of May. The theme and the rest of the things we'll let you know later. Then there will be a webinar on non-violence on 23rd June. Season of Creation in September. Date is not finalized, but we will have another webinar, which we have every year. Then webinar during the International Day of Peace on 21st September. Then World Food Day, 16th October, there will be another program. Then International Day of Human Rights on 10th December. Then we will be collaborating with the Catholic Nonviolence Initiatives. Mary and Nicholas were here, they just left. So since we have taken this nonviolence peace as one of our focus areas for this year, so we are going to collaborate with Catholic Nonviolence Initiatives for peace and nonviolence activities. So these are some of the programs. There will be many other programs coming up. These are fixed programs. Okay. Then another announcement is about the JPIC formation manual. Okay, how JPIC can be incorporated into the formation, different stages of formation. No? As we were explaining, no? We need to bring in JPIC into formation. So there was a manual prepared in 2010, published, and then we found that many things need to be added into that. So we have edited that version, and the new edition is ready in 5 languages. We will also share this document with you all. Guide us in your justice, a formation itinerary for prophetic religious life. So how you can incorporate JPIC at different stages and what could be part of that formation. So this is in 5 languages. We will try to, maybe later on into other languages, we will try to translate. Another information is about our website, jpiccommission.org. Earlier it was JPIC Roma. Now we have moved, we have a new website. It's being prepared, okay, reconstructed. So things are new. Some of things are to be changed, still under work. Okay, so you will get most of the information about us on this website. And those who want to subscribe to our e-news and newsletters, there is in the website, there is on the right side, you will find e-news, a banner, small one. So click on that, then you will get a SurveyMonkey form. You fill in that, and then you will start getting informations from us. So we have 2 publications. JPIC Roma is our newsletter, and there is a news brief. Newsletter comes every month. News brief comes every quarterly news brief. So these are the ways that we keep connecting with the JPIC promoters worldwide. All these publications are in 5 languages. So there is option to choose which language you want to receive these informations. Okay, there are 3 options: one for subscribing for a newsletter, subscribing for news brief, and subscribing for event invitations. So we also have events like webinars and other things. We send invitations. If you subscribe to that, so you will get, when we organize a webinar, we will send out informations. So you can register, and then we will send you the link for joining for webinars and things like that. So that is, in order to contact us, this is our address. Our office is in Via Aurelia at the Generalate of the LaSalle Brothers. You can walk in, make a call. The mobile number is here. Email is, we had an old email which is still functioning. We have not changed it, JPIC Roma, through which you were getting informations. We are migrating to another new email with our own domain. So it will be secretariat@jpiccommission.org. It used to be JPIC Roma Gmail, okay? So Sowing Hope for the Planet project, also we had 2 separate websites. So now we have merged those 2 websites into our website. So as Mamalifar was saying, when you go to jpiccommission.org, you will get there is a special page for Sowing Hope for the Planet. So all the resources and activities related to Sowing Hope for the Planet project, you will get all information from there. Any doubts, clarifications? Otherwise, we have something more to do. Regarding JPIC Commission Office, about us, our activities. All clear? Yes, sister.
I just want to find out the functioning of the working groups. What happened, and would like to hear more about the working groups. Thanks.
I think when Father Roy was talking, he said that we found that many JPIC promoters that were based here, they moved. And those working groups were made up of the JPIC promoters. And we really encountered difficulty. You will go to that working group, you find 2 people. You go to the other working group, you find the same 2 people. And you go to that 2 people. Then we have had this for nearly 2 years, and we say we cannot be functioning with 2 people in a working group. And therefore we said, we brought it to the commission meeting, and then it was agreed to dissolve the working groups because the people are not there. And we say, as we are going to start these continental groups, but we will also have the Rome-based group. And the Rome-based group, we know that language is a problem, okay? We already have the Spanish group. Sorry. It's okay? Okay. That's why twice we reach out to the Superior General to ask to send people to send. So we had two meetings. Ay, 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 what is it? Okay. So from that we say now we are going to form the Rome group, but we know that not everybody speaks English, and we find wherever we go English dominates, and sometimes it can be very discouraging. So we would like to give the chance to those who speak other languages to also form their group. We already have the Spanish group, and the Spanish group, they joined with the Portuguese, and I think some time ago even the Italian joined them, okay? And some of them are here. They can correct me if I am wrong. So we will be, I think we would like to have groups that are substantial, not two, at least so that we know that we're investing in something that will last. So I don't know. We will be calling for the meeting soon. I think you said when is the meeting? So 9 April we will have a meeting. And we will really invite all of you to come so that we can really reflect together to see how we are going to organize ourselves. You know? I mean, it will not be only the English, the Spanish, and the other speakings. You can come. So then we see how we are going to organize ourselves. One thing, one language also I find is missing is French. We don't have the French speakers, you know. Even when we call the meeting, you see, it's only one table. But I know there are many in Rome. So please, reach out to them and say, this commission belongs to all of us. Okay? And Italian also, sometimes there are very few. I'm happy today there are 2. But please, it is for all of us. Bring the Italians. Okay? Thank you.
You were asking for the coordinators of different continents. So these are the names. Africa, we have Kobenan, Roland Yao. I don't know the
Kobenan Yao.
Yeah, Yao, and then Barbosa, and Sister Bernadetta. Then we have in Americas, Bridget Bears, Constanza, and Daniele. Then Europe, Cecilia, Andreas, and Sister Julie Peters. And then in Asia, Savio Silveria, Yonju Kim, and then Maria Adeline Obama, who is here. And Oceania, Claire Cook, and Brian Ahern. Yeah. So these are the people. Now, I had forgotten to say that this also, we have a WhatsApp group. JPIC Commission has a WhatsApp group here. That is JPIC Commission USG WhatsApp group. Those who would like to be part of it, let us know. We will include you. And there are also continental. Well, as of now, only Asia has got continental WhatsApp group. We will ask others also to begin. So that is information. Now we come to the next session, a small session, a little discussion about what you have learned from these 5 days of workshop. Okay. And there are 3 questions. Kindly give the papers. Yeah. Looking back on these 5 days, what is one important learning you take for yourself, for your ministry? Looking back on these 5 days, what is one important learning you take for yourself or for your ministry? First question. The second question is, from this learning, how can we collaborate and network as member congregations of Union of Superior Generals and International Union of Superior Generals for a bottom-up movement building toward systemic transformation? From these learnings, how can we collaborate and network with one another as members of JPIC Commission to build this bottom-up building of movement, for systemic transformation? The last question is, what one concrete step will you implement within the next 3 months based on this workshop? What one concrete step will you implement within the next 3 months based on this workshop? So those who are online, kindly write in the chat box these 3 questions, because we can't have discussion for online. Those who are here, kindly have a few minutes of 5 minutes of discussion among yourself. Just share, take few minutes of silence and reflection, and then just share what you feel about it. Okay? And write down in the paper that is given to you, and do submit to us so that we know what you are. Okay? So this is separate from the usual evaluation link that we circulate. I will put that also in the chat box. That is for us to know the attendance and the response, okay, which is in the Google Drive. So this is for you here and now. The time starts now. You have 5 to 7 minutes. You write individually, but then you share with what you have written with your companions where you're sitting, right? So online people, individually, they will write in the chat box. Write your name, congregation, and then the place where you are, country or the place that you are joining, and then write so that we know from where it comes. If you don't want to write your name, and it's okay, okay? There is no compulsion from our side that you have to really write your names. If you want a copy of what you have written, please take photo of what you have written. Yeah. Have you finished writing? Yeah. Maybe mindful of time, just we are opening the floor for feedback. I mean, you can share if someone wants to share with everybody what you have written or what you have learned, or action plan that you have planned. You are most welcome. Even online, people can unmute yourself and then speak. Raise your hand or from here. How it's also how did you feel about these 5 days? How did it go? Or any feedback, positive as well as something to improve, that also is fine. Just feedback, a few feedbacks from here as well as online. Yeah, sister.
It has been a very enriching workshop. Mo? It has been a very enriching workshop. There has been a lot of clarity about what JPIC is all about. Helped me to gain more knowledge and an overview of the world scenario and where we are called to. And what I realized was also in all the discussion, personal sharings has been very, very fruitful and enriching. I see formation as an important aspect, formation of understanding what JPIC is, understanding motivation and continuity, because we said many times that it underlines all our ministries. Then for me, it was a state of confusion when I came, not understanding what really JPIC is all about. It has given a lot of clarity, and more than taking up issues at this point of time, I feel the need to have a good orientation for province and regional coordinators and representatives of the communities, and also for the General Council.
Thank you. Anybody else would like to comment? General comment? Yes, Father Richard.
Overall, I found this organization part of the workshop was very good, namely the ambience at the venue here, translations, clarity of resources, the papers that are presented were very clear in their topic and they presented it well. Then the participation, both online as well as offline, the participation was very good, and many questions were, clarified. Many queries were clarified. They could, put themselves in perspective with regard to their topics that are part of their congregation and how to go about in terms of getting into a structured JPIC. A few things I would like to bring to the notice is that this venue also, remained like not like a workshop like, it remained like a seminar type hall. We sat together here. Workshop is always, interaction, more of an interaction, more of, hands-on, more of practical learning skills. So I think only one session we had in the beginning where we interacted for 10 minutes with the members. Then later we got into only a paper presentation mode. So most of these members who have come here also are searching how to create a kind of JPIC structure in their congregation. For that, I would have been, happy to sit in small groups and search and research, learn, unlearn and relearn the process. That takes place only in a small workshop group, sitting together and, ventilating the ideas. So that was slightly missing, which you can, take into consideration in your next workshops.
Any other? Anybody from online would like to comment? Is one here.
Yeah, maybe to underline what Richard said, no? We said also in the group of Spanish group that we met today. And I have a proposal for the second question, maybe to take seriously the participation in the COP31 and take advantage that we have a good we can say, network, and see how much we can influence also, and we can create impact collaborating with others, no? But maybe if we take at least one project and trying to be more, with more emphasis, no, in that participation, preparing everything well, and maybe trying to involve also our congregations, I mean, in our capacities, no?
Yes, there is, I see one hand up, Odile Barra. Would you like to unmute and speak? Odile, are you there?
Sir Odile, vous pouvez parler. Vous êtes là?
Sorry, we are not. Okay, anybody from here? Yes, one more, yes.
Yeah, I can observe that the presentation also went well on the first day, because I was always asked by our community members, how was the conference? I said, okay, this is what happened. And I can observe that on the first day we have this JPIC thing, overview, and then later on we had this war, injustices, like that. And then we come to the end that we have these tools, no? The practices, and also somehow the framework that we need to do. And I really like it. I like the presentation very well. And the challenge would be, I think it is my duty now, like when I go back to the Philippines, that as what Mama Lifa, I think it was said by her, education and formation. No, this is what I'm going to do, especially to our community members, because I believe that we have already existing activities which is related to JPIC. We just have to formalize it, no? Especially the activities, the itineraries, the programs, and like that. And here also, I think this is my challenge and my observation, that we always talk about networking, collaboration, and I can see also that in myself, it is very difficult sometimes because this is the time for us to talk to each other. And now we have difficulties when it comes to languages. Like for example, I wanted to talk to the Spanish people, but I couldn't because it's very difficult. I couldn't speak in Spanish. So this is my difficulty now, no? Like, we should start it from here, that we can collaborate, we can talk to each other, but yeah, the problem is we don't talk the same language. This is the problem. So this is a challenge for me also. Thank you.
For me, this workshop was very empowering, inspiring. I attended one online, but the purpose of coming to this offline in-person seminar is to create this network and collaborate, as we have also created our JPIC office in the congregation level. So in the beginning, I was little confused. There are days I felt it was too heavy, because we did not have that forum of really interconnecting, collaborating, networking, to know one another very well and learn from one another. That one was missing. But today, at the end of the day, when we listen to many other congregations, it has given me a lot of hope. It has given me some clarity, and it has given me how we can go about it. And they are also very open. And I'm very happy to learn from these best practices and to contribute. So I know this collaboration and network will continue, though we are not in person. Thank you.
Thank you. There are two online still seen. Odile, sister? Unmute, ask her.
Ma sœur,
I think Caroline, you can ask him.
excusez-moi, ma sœur. OK. On n'attend pas.
John?
Yes, I'm saying we were not unmuted.
Caroline. Caroline, can you speak? Because Odile, we can't hear you. Your audio is muted.
Thank you very much for the workshop this year. My point is on collaboration and network. I'm grateful for the number of ways you, the coordinators, do invite us, the leadership, so we can understand and so also support in all ways the people we appoint to this ministry, to this mission. And so I participated through this week for most as I could manage. And I'm really very inspired and encouraged. I will use this, bring it to the different levels of leadership. I'm in the General Council. I'll bring it also to the provincial level and the other levels as we go around on visitation with our sisters and associates. This will be our included theme. And as I work with the two coordinators we have who are there present, I'm very encouraged that we will form a core team that will move forward the ways we live out JPIC. Thank you very much for all that you have given us. Thanks.
Thank you. Yes? Marcel.
Voilà, merci beaucoup. Vous m'entendez?
Oui?
Je parle français si on peut traduire en différentes langues. Voilà, je remercie l'équipe composée par le père Roy et la sœur Mama Lifa pour cette bonne organisation et cet atelier. Je suis nouveau dans la commission JPIC et aujourd'hui, j'ai beaucoup appris. Cependant, il me reste encore quelques lacunes. C'est la compréhension totale du mouvement et de l'action de la commission Justice et Paix. Et cela reste un défi pour s'approprier les valeurs de la justice et paix. Les valeurs de la justice et paix. Et les vulgariser dans la congrégation, dans la société. Au niveau où nous sommes au niveau global. Tantôt là, pour une bonne action, Père Roy a dit il faut identifier les besoins. Les besoins sont au niveau global comme dans les contextes particuliers. Alors, si nous arrivons à mieux comprendre l'action et le mouvement JPIC, ça peut nous aider à cultiver une attitude, à nous approprier et à vivre les valeurs. Je suggère que prochainement, qu'on puisse encore expliciter les attentes de la commission Justice et Paix. Merci.
Merci.
From here, yeah, there is one last.
So this is the first time attending the JPIC meeting, and I had a lot of learning to take back with me from the grassroots level to the top coordination and the structure. A deep learning, because from every step, starting from the testimonies, the experiences, the social analysis, from the teachings of the church, and also from the transformative method, the social transformative method that is to be used, the methodology and the tools, which are very structured. All the talks that were given were very practical, and the best one, which I personally want to thank, is Sister Vamayu from CJ. It was too touching. Thank you to Father Roy and Sister Mamalifa for all the efforts. It means a lot to us to start a good beginning. Thank you.
Sí, bueno, yo gracias por el trabajo y quizá el plantearse una sugerencia. Yo he participado en el taller estos 2 últimos años y entonces, claro, siento que hay conceptos o cosas que se repiten, que es normal. Entonces, a lo mejor el plantearse un taller, vamos a decir, para personas que empiezan y a lo mejor, no sé si decir un taller para personas que a lo mejor ya han participado en formaciones anteriores. Nada más.
Thank you. There is one online have raised the hand. The name is not in Samsung. Can you unmute and speak? If there are no comments, then we shall go to the... You have something to... Yes, please.
Parlo italiano questa volta, perché sono in Italia. No, io solamente vorrei dire, prima ringrazio tutti, grazie a Roy che mi ha invitato, io sto lavorando da tanto tempo con la coordinazione di giustizia e pace nella mia congregazione, sono d'accordo che si deve anche un po', credo che dividere, no? Chi inizia in questo lavoro di giustizia e pace e chi sta collaborando incluso con altre persone o ha un'esperienza diversa, così anche c'è un livello standard. Mi piace nel senso che io ho sentito l'empatia con altre persone che sono qui, che abbiamo gli stessi problemi, gli stessi desideri, ma le stesse preoccupazioni di come andare avanti nella Commissione Giustizia e Pace. E solamente vorrei dire che mi piacerebbe, tutto quello che abbiamo sentito del programma è stato molto ricco di esperienze. Io come vivo in Italia e sono da 10 anni qua, preferisco anche conoscere le problematiche in Europa. No, è bello che tutte le parti del mondo sono importanti, però mi piacerebbe sapere, per esempio, la mobilità umana in Europa, le problematiche dell'immigrazione in Italia, eccetera, eccetera, no? Il traffico umano in Italia. Credo che è mancato un po' il contenuto europeo, però in generale mi è piaciuto tanto e spero solamente di avere l'opportunità anche di condividere con gli altri. Credo che non c'era tanto spazio per condividere le nostre esperienze, perché anche il programma è stato molto ricco di altre esperienze, ma qui che siamo in presenza, come di avere un po' di tempo per parlare insieme e sapere cosa possiamo fare, cosa possiamo anche fare come gruppo, come rete. Grazie.
Thank you for your suggestions. We will take into consideration because we are also, trying to learn and do things differently because Before Corona, COVID, it was only in person. And then after COVID, it was only online. And then last year onwards, we tried with hybrid. So we are also trying to adapt to the new changing situations. So your suggestions are valid. We will take into consideration maybe in the next steps too. So issues, sometimes we can't address the issues of all world. So it is also difficult for us to get the resource persons. So we started working from last March, April onwards. Now this is over. Next month, the month after, we will start discussing about the next years, 2027, what are we going to do for the workshop. So it's almost a year-long preparation for these 5 days. So.
Yeah, I would just like to ask for some suggestions. This idea of separating the beginners and those who have the experience, how can we do this? Because if we are to do that, it means we need 2 different workshops. Or I don't know, maybe we will need some suggestions and ideas from you to help us see how to do it.
So one idea could be that for the in-person people, the first day is just for in-person people. And we do all of the talking, the collaboration, the small group work, and then we invite the online people the second day or something like that.
And it is kept purposely for both, new people and the experienced people, because see, new people have learned a lot from your sharings, for those who shared today, how they are organizing their congregations. So it's a learning process. And for the experienced or the older people, it is a renewal. So the issues that we talked are all present, current realities of the world. We need to keep on updating. So our learning never stops. We need to keep our eyes and ears and our brain open to new things. Okay, so that's the purpose of inviting both old and new. Yeah. So maybe if we have done with, I think I have the last ceremony of all the programs. Shall I? It's about Thanksgiving. The concluding remarks. We are ahead of time. Dear friends, those who are joining us online as well as in person, over these 5 days, we rediscovered that JPIC is not just a ministry, but a gospel responsibility that unites care for the poor and care for creation. We confronted the reality of climate injustice and recognized the need for ecological conversion, a change of heart that leads to concrete action and solidarity with the most vulnerable. We were inspired by examples of faith-rooted nonviolent resistance that protect dignity and build resilient communities. We reflected on how faith must move beyond charity to address the root causes of injustice through advocacy, including engaging systems and institutions that shape global decisions. Throughout this workshop, a common thread has united everything we discussed. Transformation begins with faith, but it does not end there. Faith must become action. Reflection must become structure. Prayer must become commitment. We are not leaving here simply better informed. We are leaving entrusted with responsibility. As we bring this workshop to its conclusion, we pause with gratitude. I would like to thank all the resource persons who took the trouble to prepare their presentations and also sharing their life and life experiences with us during this workshop. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the participants who joined this workshop, both in person and online. Your presence here was not accidental. It reflects your commitment, your dedication, and your deep concern for justice, peace, and integrity of creation. Many of you traveled long distances. Others adjusted your schedules and time zones to participate virtually. That effort speaks of your seriousness and love for this mission. Your openness in sharing experiences, your thoughtful questions, and your willingness to learn from one another enriched these days tremendously. JPIC grows stronger when committed people like you come together with faith, courage, and hope. Thank you for investing your time, your energy, and your heart in this workshop. The future of this mission depends on leaders like you. We express our sincere appreciation to USG and UISG, the Unions of Superior Generals of both men and women congregations, for their continued support and collaboration. Your commitment to justice, peace, and integrity of creation gives strength and credibility to this mission at the global level. We are grateful for your trust and accompaniment. Our heartfelt thanks to Sister Roxanne, Father Mario, Sister Miriam, and Father Matthew for your generous support and wise guidance. Your encouragement, availability, and trust have sustained this process from the beginning. Your leadership has strengthened our shared vision for JPIC and inspired us to move forward with clarity and conviction. A special word of thanks to our translators. Your attentive and faithful service ensured that every voice could be heard and understood. You made this workshop truly inclusive and international. Because of you, dialogue became richer and participation deeper. We extend our gratitude to Gianluca, our technician, whose quiet and competent work behind the scenes ensured that everything functioned smoothly. Technology often goes unnoticed when it works well, and that is precisely because of your dedication and professionalism. Thank you for your constant support and patience. Finally, our deep appreciation goes to the JPIC core group members and Lucia. From the conception of the idea to planning, coordination, communication, logistics, and implementation, your commitment has been unwavering. What we experienced here is the fruit of teamwork, sacrifice, and shared passion for this ministry. So it is not the fruit of our two people's hard work alone. We have a team who started thinking, planning, preparing long back from March, April onwards. So it's many heads put together that contacting resource persons, planning the timetable, what could be the topic, planning, replanning, suggestions. So it went on quite a bit. Okay. Okay. To all who contributed in visible and unseen ways, thank you. Your service reflects the very spirit of JPIC, collaboration, responsibility, and care for the common good. May the seeds planted during this workshop continue to grow through our shared mission. The real fruit of these days will not be measured by how much we learned, but by what we choose to do next. When one congregation strengthens its JPIC structure, when one local community organizes peacefully to protect its land, when one leader speaks courageously in defense of human rights, when one act of ecological care becomes a sign of hope. Each of you carries influence. Each of you carries a unique spiritual gift. Together, we form a network that is small in number perhaps, but powerful in conviction. The world... okay, let's wait for a few seconds. Okay. Okay, yeah. The world we have reflected upon is complex, but we are not powerless. When faith, strategy, solidarity, and courage come together, change becomes possible. As we conclude, may we carry forward three things: a renewed conviction that justice and peace are gospel imperatives, a deeper commitment to ecological and social responsibility, and a stronger sense that we are not alone in this mission. The workshop may end, but the call continues. May the Spirit sustain your courage. May compassion guide your ministry. May your communities become living signs that another way of being human, just, peaceful, and respectful of creation is truly possible. Thank you for your openness. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for choosing to serve life. The mission continues through you. And now, if you permit me, I would like to say something personal. As I complete my service and prepare to step away from my role as Executive Co-Secretary in the JPIC Commission, my heart is filled with gratitude. Working with you has not only been a responsibility, it has been a grace. Your love, trust, collaboration, and friendship have meant more to me than words can fully express. These years have shaped me deeply. I have learned from your wisdom. I have been strengthened by your dedication. I have grown through our shared challenges and hopes. Together we have dreamed, struggled, planned, and celebrated. And in that journey, I have experienced what JPIC truly means, not only as a ministry, but as a community of committed hearts. Thank you for your patience with me. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your support in moments of difficulty. Thank you for walking this path together. It has been a beautiful and meaningful chapter of my life. Though my role may change, my commitment to justice, peace, and integrity of creation remains. And the bonds we have built will remain in my heart. May the mission continue to grow. May your courage remain strong. And may we meet again in the ongoing service of justice, peace, and care for our common home. Thank you from my heart.
So, thank you, Father Roy, for the time we have worked together, shared together, learned from one another. We have completed certain things that others started before us, and we have started new things others will complete. And I would like to say thank you for our journey together. And on behalf of the JPIC Commission worldwide, I can say we are lucky that we are gathered here in person, some, and online, to say thank you to you. You have thanked them, but for them also to thank you for the service you have rendered to them. And for that, I would like to invite Sister Vanessa. Did I pronounce your name well?
Vanaja.
Vanaja, on behalf of all of us here present and those online, to say a word. Welcome.
Thank you, Sister. As we are at the end of the session, we are gathered with a sense of gratitude for the gift of Father Roy, for 3 good years of his service as Executive Co-Secretary of JPIC Commission. Animation is giving life. We heard it today. And your presence for these days has been giving life. A person with full of knowledge, you gave life. Unassumingly, you did all your work. It was very inspiring. JPIC was never mere words on a banner for you. They were a way of life. You carried the concerns of the poor, the cry of the earth, and the struggle for human dignity, not just on your files, but in your heart. That pushed you to network widely, collaborate passionately, and call others for action. Your simplicity, hard work, availability, kind words made you extraordinary. You stay back after the meeting, preparing for the next one. Your commitment, your dedication is very inspiring. Now you are promoted to UN, the another level, a bigger table, a wider room, a louder world that desperately needs your quiet and steady voice to build a just, peaceful, and sustainable world. So, Father, we wish you all the best. We keep you in our prayers as you move ahead. Now I invite Father Antonio to honor you on our behalf.
Just to say, after 3 months, we will come to see how you have, what you have said on the paper, how you have implemented that. Thank you very much, and I think our session has come to an end, and we wish you all the best. Safe journey, and please go with the full suitcase full with what you have received to share. Amen. Bye.